If you want to see how I made this look, continue to watch this video. We'll even talk about unpopular opinions. Yeah, I know, don't judge me. Hey everyone, welcome to BLKbored bitches. I am Ants. I am so happy to have all my bad baddies back. If you're returning to this channel, how you doing? If you're new, oh, I rushed through that. I'm sorry, so disrespectful. If you are returning to this channel, how you doing? And if you're new to this channel, don't be afraid to join this girl gang. We're always taking new members. We always got content. I've been liking this, basically just ranting and doing makeup thing. So I think I'm gonna try and do it every Friday instead of every first and third Friday, like I said, for the Fashion Fridays. I think I'm gonna try and do it as much as possible every Friday because honestly, I really do enjoy doing it. I like dabbling and playing in makeup and being creative. In this segment, we're definitely gonna be talking about unpopular opinions. I really just needed an excuse, really, to get into this Pony Morphe palette. I know I'm like 2 weeks old, everybody's already done it, but the thing is, I'm not gonna review it. I already bought it. I bought it because I really like the colors on it. I'm afraid of really light colors, like really light colors. My comfort zone are dark colors like your grays, your blacks, your wine reds. God, I love wine red. Your midnight purples, your midnight blues, like any really dark color just screams for me to take it away. Light colors.
Oh, no, 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 no.
I mean, we're gonna try. The reason why my eyeballs look so light is because I have eye primer on and I have concealer on and I already did my brows, I already primed my face, so we're basically just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. If you care to know what products I'm using other than this beautiful ass Pony Morphe palette, then I'll leave it all in the description down below. Obviously this isn't sponsored, I shouldn't even have to say that, I'm not there yet, but when we do get there, best believe you will be the first to know. Why do I do what I do sometimes? So for this video, we're just gonna play in the colors. I've seen a couple of reviews on this palette, and one of them said do not buy this palette, but for me, it was too late. And now I'm gonna stop mumbling about the palette and we're gonna go ahead and jump to the unpopular opinions. Okay, so my first unpopular opinion is, I really honestly feel like a lot of people don't know the difference between a friend and an acquaintance. And that, for whatever reason, annoys me. People just can't seem to differentiate between a friend and an acquaintance. A friend is someone you call on when you're having hard times. A friend is someone who's got your back. A friend is someone you can confide in. A friend is someone you can keep. Oh my God, this thing is not coming out. Still nothing. I know I do this all the time, or at least normally I do it. I put on my foundation accidentally because I'm an idiot. And then I put on my eyeshadow, but this time I'm just mixing it and then I'm gonna apply it onto my face. A friend is somebody that you can call on when you're having rough times, when you're going through some things that is just too much for you to mentally handle yourself. An acquaintance is just somebody that you're familiar with, somebody that you know of, that you don't even really talk to. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there who just hear the word friend and they just apply it to anybody and everybody. And then they wonder why this person goes and does what they do when they do what they do. Because that wasn't your friend. That was an acquaintance. So with this color, with these pretty colors, I'm so drawn to the dark colors right now. I'm like, ooh, look at this one right here. It's got like little specks of green and blues in there. And then you've got this one right here it looks like a dark purple, but it also has little specks of blue in it. Oh, it's so pretty. But I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I probably should have thought about this before. You know what? Let's do it. Let's cotton candy. Yeah, maybe we'll do cotton candy. Maybe we'll start with this blue right here. This blue right here. We're just gonna see how this all works out. If I end up looking like trash, I got nobody to blame but myself. Basic. Oh, that's. Just pack that in there, girl. Pack that in there for your base. Okay, so a lot of these unpopular opinions that I'm going to be talking about, some I thought of, one. The rest I got from Pinterest. But there are a lot of them that really grinded my gears. And there's a lot of them that really got me thinking. Next unpopular opinion is, I think social media has absolutely destroyed our generation's ability to be truly happy. We're always seeing someone else who we think has it better than us, and it causes us to think what we have isn't good enough. I agree with that. I agree with that because I catch myself doing it. And you can't help but think about that because there's a lot of flexers out here, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people out here who make it look so easy. Like they just woke up one morning, took 2 days or so, maybe a week, and then boom, came up with a whole bunch of money, spending millions, driving Teslas, moving every other week, you know what I mean? Taking lavish vacations. And you sit there and you're like, why am I not balling yet? I wonder if I can try and lay this pink right here on top of the blue. And then for this pink right here, lay it on top of the pink, the shimmer. Do you know what I am trying to say? We'll see how this all turns out. I'm either gonna look cute or I'm gonna look like a friggin' clown. Patta, patta, patta. Patta, patta, patta. Pat, pat, pat. Patta, patta, patta. I'm more than positive I'm going to look like a clown at the end of this because I have like 0 to none eyeshadowing experience. It was fun to spend money and play around, so why not? Why not? I want to try this shimmer. Oh, this is that pink shimmer that other girl was using that she said she was trying to like put on and it wasn't coming on very well. She said she had to dig in her thing to try and make it go on. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Her palette's supposed to be this hard? Alright, it took about 20 years, but I'm finally getting her on there. Probably not even using the right brush either. But yeah, I absolutely hear what this person is trying to say because I do feel it like daily when I look at other people's. I allow my jealousy to try to tempt me to want and not just be appreciative of what I already have, because if I really sit back and I think about it, I have more than a lot of people and I don't ever want to lose sight. Oh my goodness, did you see that, bitch? Yes. Another unpopular opinion is overprotective fathers only end up teaching their daughters that it's okay to be controlled and abused by their potential partners just as long as it's done out of concern or for their own good. And that I don't really know about because my daddy dipped the day I was born. I feel like that saying also implies, I think I'm going to try and go over the blue that I put in earlier with this blue right here. Oops, with this blue right here. This pretty girl. Boy, whatever you want to be. It also implies that, you know, it's going to lead, or very well could lead your daughter or son into a toxic relationship, and that's what they're going to feel is the norm for them because, you know, they've grown up with somebody who they've trusted all their lives to kind of guide them and tell them what's going to be safe, what's not going to be safe, when you need to be back, when you need to, like, I'm not saying go ahead and let your child run the streets and be rampant or whatever. There's got to be a line between trying to control your child and trying to guide them and teach them, and parents who don't allow their children to do that and go by the old do as I say, not as I do era is kind of, it does more damage than it does good in my opinion. I'm gonna move on to my stiff. Okay, so I just put on my foundation and I contoured because I was looking crazy. I'm probably still looking crazy, but I'm looking less crazy. Next, unpopular opinion. We are not all equal. I worked my ass off to get where I am, and I deserve what I have. I shouldn't have to give up what I've worked for to make things equal. Okay. No, I don't agree with that because it isn't happening enough. That's why these laws or whatever are set into place. If I'm reading this correctly, which hopefully I am not, because the foolishness. This actually reminds me of a conversation I had overheard with somebody that I knew a long time ago. And they were talking about, they didn't understand why this word here I'm going to insert because I cannot right now at this immediate moment remember what it is called. Why some companies needed to have diversity into their businesses is basically what this person was trying to get at. They could not understand or comprehend why it had to be put into stone, set in as a law. They referred to it as, it shouldn't be based on the person's skin color. It should be based on their job performance. Which, yeah, to that point, I absolutely 100% agree. But unfortunately, there are a lot of businesses who don't think that way. There are a lot of businesses who are, if you look like me, then you have the job, whether you're more qualified than this person or not. That's why that law is set into place. And I could have been reading the room wrong because technically my ass was still half asleep, I'm not gonna lie. But this individual has said multiple things like this to where I was just like, I don't think you think things all the way through before you open your mouth. Oh my god, I think this is the first time I might not have like a hyena live. These laws are set into place so everyone can feel and be an equal like they very well should be. Oh, that's so close though. Okay, so sorry if we're at a different angle now. My camera died and I decided, you know what, while the battery charges, I'm just going to go ahead and do my lower lids, do my lower lashes, add some lashes. And then in the corner, I figured, you know what, why not add one more color? I went back in and I added this color, this pretty white right here. And it's got some shimmer in it too. I figured I probably needed a little bit more pop, so I added it. I don't know if I like the look overall. Plus, my eyes are not my best friend today. They're all red now, and I feel like I look like a drunk. But I basically just contoured my face and did what I said I did. So now let's move on to the next unpopular opinion before my camera dies on me again. For my highlighter, I'm going to be using this liquid highlighter. I know I said I was going to be linking it all in the description below, but I felt like there might be a period where you're like, what are you doing? I don't want you to be too surprised. So the next unpopular opinion is it's about cultural appropriation. Let me grab my phone. Okay, it says, I think cultural appropriation shaming is kind of dumb. It's like saying you can't eat pizza unless you're Italian.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's not insulting a culture, it's embracing a culture. Just my unpopular opinion. Just my unpopular opinion on top of their unpopular opinion. I agree with this to a certain extent, and then like always I also don't. I get where they're coming from. I don't know how much history there is behind pizza. I don't know if history was used as a method to smuggle food during long trips. I don't know if pizza was used as like as part of their religion. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that it can't be compared to food. On another point, I really don't feel, this is just me. I don't get upset when I see somebody else like wearing braids or, you know, what have you or whatever. The only time you'll catch me upset is if they're trying to claim like it's something that they just came up with, like they just went to bed one night and they were laying there and they were like, you know what would help my hair while I sleep? A satin cap. You know what I'm talking about. One more. And then I'm just going to wrap this up. Because I didn't mention this earlier, but your girl is sick. And I just been sneezing and coughing and dripping everywhere. So we just gonna try and we gonna try and finish this. Last but not least, unpopular opinion is people lack simple in-person conversation skills and blame it on awkwardness or anxiety, when in reality they haven't been socialized to speak to others without a technological device. No. That's not for all. I think the person who put this could have got a pass if they would have said some people, but for me, I'm not putting it on technology as to why I'm so socially awkward. I just am socially awkward. I've been this way before Game Boys even came out. I've been this way before PlayStation was even in my house. I've been this way before I had my first cell phone. I've been this way before I had my first cell phone that actually sent text messages. I've always been this way. So to sit there and try and be like, oh, it's all technology's fault for why these people are the way that they are, sounds crazy to me. Bam! I don't think that due to technological advances, it has probably increased people's inability to have actual face-to-face conversations with other people. But I mean, I feel like it's a case-by-case basis. I don't think you should sit there and be like, oh, everybody lacks ability to have an actual conversation with another person because the phone is in their hand, the keyboards are at their fingers. Technology! I don't know what that was. But I don't think that's a fair assumption. You know what? I'm about sick of my hair. I'm about to start wearing wigs again. That's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. I hope you like this look. My overall opinion when it comes to this pastel palette, even though nobody asked for it, but I might as well throw it in since we're throwing in unpopular opinions. I actually kind of like it. I like the dimensions that it brings. I like the bright colors for someone who is absolutely terrified of bright colors. I actually look pretty cute, I think. I'm not going nowhere, but I feel like I'm put together enough to actually go somewhere. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a fatty fat like. And if you're new to this channel, don't be afraid to join this girl gang and hit that subscribe button. If you're returning to this channel, how you doing, boo? I missed you, baddie. I think I'm gonna start saying I miss you, baddie, because I do. I miss you guys, and y'all all bad baddies. We should be throwing out a pretty big surprise for you guys coming up soon, and we hope that you like it and continue to rock with us. So let me know in the comments if you've had any experiences, bad experiences, good experiences with this Morphe palette, and some of your unpopular opinions, whether you agree with the ones I listed or whether you don't. And until next time, bye bitches. Oh my goodness, I am very cold.